Please silence, ladies and gentlemen. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Commanding General, Brigadier General Yu, and your Marines of India Company. Good
morning, ladies and gentlemen. On behalf of all the Marines, sailors, and civilian Marines from Marine Corps Recruit Depot in the Western Recruiting Region, we want to welcome you to our home. So what do you think about India Company? That's it? We share your men. They've done a tremendous job while they're here at boot camp, and you all attending today, showing your love and support means a lot to them. We should be proud of what they've done, but they couldn't do with your support. So again, on behalf of all the Marines, past, present, and future, we want to thank you all for giving us your Marines. So let's give India Company another round of applause. I know you're excited to have your Marine back for a well-deserved half day, and we want to give back to you, but I'd be remiss if I didn't do some recognitions real quickly and make a few remarks. But you'll get them back because that's the most important thing, and I realize I'm the only thing standing between you and your Marines. So first off, this gives me an opportunity to address India Company before they get ready for graduation, but at the same time frame, it also gives me an opportunity to recognize the people that were responsible for their transformation. So if you like what you see with your Marine today, it's because these gentlemen wearing the royal blue t-shirts right there that represent the officers, the drill instructors, and staff of India Company. So let's give them a round of applause. Additionally, we have two members of this team that are going to leave the depot. They spent 3 hard years making Marines. It's an important mission. That's why they're hand-screened when they come down here to make sure we have the best leadership example for these young men. And recruiting duty and drill instructor duty are probably the 2 toughest things we do in the Marine Corps other than go to combat. And we have 2 we're going to say goodbye to. One is Gunner Sergeant Ramirez, who's done 10 cycles, which is a lot here on the depot, and Sergeant Segura, who's done 8 cycles. And both have been here 3 years making Marines. And if your Marines are fortunate, they'll link up with them again in the operating forces so they can serve under their leadership. So let's give them a round of applause. Every one of these men to be standing behind me is very special, but there's one special Marine, and his family and loved ones are here today, and we need to recognize him. And that's the company honor man for India Company, PSC Truffetin from Sacramento, California. So let's give them a round of applause. And I understand PFC Truffetin's father, or grandfather rather, was a corpsman in the Navy and served with the Marines on Unit G. So he comes from a pretty good pedigree, I think. So let's give him a round of applause. Okay, I also want to recognize his recruiter from Recruiting Station Sacramento, Sergeant Cisneros. He's not here with us today, but he's out there finding us some more Marines to bring down to the depot. So let's give him a round of applause. If I can see a show of hands of all the veterans out there. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for your service and your personal example. I know you have a lot planned while you're here, most importantly time with your Marine, but I'd encourage you, if you haven't been here before, we have a museum over there, James L. Day Museum. It's named after a Medal of Honor recipient, a Marine. It's a pretty good collection of our history and our lineage in there, and if you have time, I'd encourage you to go there. I know there are a lot of veterans here that are very familiar with the Marine Corps and the military, but I know we have some new Marine families here as well too. So it gives you an opportunity to look in the heart of what makes a Marine, and I'd encourage you to take the time to do that. Also, we do this every Friday, but only in conjunction with the graduation. It's a morning color ceremony, and it goes across the parade deck down by my CP. It goes at 08 in the morning. If you intend to come, I'd recommend you come about 15 minutes early, and it's still a little bit chilly in the morning, so dress appropriately, but I encourage you to do that as well too and maximize your time aboard the depot. Okay, well thanks for coming here. Thanks for giving us your Marine. I just got to say a few words to your Marines. Good morning, Marines. Good morning, sir. Well, what do you think?
Yeah!
Congratulations. Nichols Indian Company. I had a chance to have breakfast with the Sergeant Major, the chaplain, and a few of your fellow Marines this morning. Really impressed by what they articulated to us as far as their journey from being a civilian and transforming the United States Marine Corps. And I'm sure their opinions and observations are shared by all of you. First off, I want to congratulate you and say job well done, and just give you a few recommendations. Number one, you've been here for 13 weeks focusing on one thing only, and that's being a United States Marine, and you've been successful earning that title. And you earned the title, it wasn't given to you. But I'd say when you go home for your 10 days of boot leave, well-deserved boot leave, I'd ask you to do a couple things. I'd ask you first of all to relax and try not to make up 13 weeks in 10 days. And while you're back there, I'd encourage you to focus on what's going on in your community, your state, our nation, and internationally, because there's a lot of things going on right now in the world. And as a volunteer service member of this military, you should be aware of what you're fighting for. So I'd encourage you to get back into the news and find out what's going on in current events. The second thing is, what made you successful here, and many of you waited a year, and in some cases, one Marine I talked to waited 2 years to get here, to step on those yellow footprints and stand before us right now and burn that Eagle Globe and Anchor like you did last week. That's a long time, and what you got you here was a positive attitude and focus, and those two things will make you successful no matter what you do. The next stage in your Marine Corps training, to your time in the Marine Corps, but more importantly in life. So if you keep that same attitude and focus, you'll be successful, I guarantee it. And the last thing I tell you is that Eagle Globe and Anchor is pretty precious, and I know you'll remember forever that day on Thursday morning when you crested the Reaper and your DI passed that lineage of being a Marine into your palm, and now you'll be wearing it on your chest and on your brow. You know, we're humans, and like all humans, we tend to take things for granted. And I will tell you, that's a pretty precious thing that you've earned. But if you take it for granted, because you're the only one that earned it, you're the only one that can lose it. So remember that and cherish your time as a United States Marine. Congratulations, and Semper Fidelis.
Yeah! Woo!